Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers. You are now rocking with the best Sixer podcast in the land. Fresh off this big win tonight versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. How's the energy in the room? Joselitos on the road. BG, how y'all feeling, baby?
Go ahead, Jose. I'll let you go first.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm on the road, but I was watching the game while I was driving. Which I shouldn't be doing, but I had no choice. I had to watch that victory. I just had to watch it.
Huge win. Huge win. I don't know what's gotten into this damn team, but they rebound the basketball.
Absolutely.
They rebound the basketball a lot now, like especially the big fella. Remember when people was hard up on Embiid? How he only had 6 rebounds. How you 7-2 and you only got 1 block? He has changed that narrative big time in both stat categories, yo. Big time.
I best believe for all the Embiid doubters and a lot of guys like to point out his flaws, which every player has. Oh, he hears them. He may not be Troel Embiid anymore, trolling on Twitter all the time and drawing, but he's still on there. He see the doubters. He see what people saying about him. 18 rebounds tonight. 4 blocks. Big boy stats. Forget the points. 40 points a game is damn near a given by him.
It's like guaranteed.
It's automatic. It's automatic, man. How about our boy I was wrong about? And I'm a man. Because we did the over and unders. And I went back on my maxi over and under, which I shouldn't have. My man had what, 5 threes tonight?
5 of them things. 5 saucy balls. 5 for 7 from 3.
Oh. Nasty.
Yeah, I lost that over and under.
Okay.
Hey, guess what? Everybody on Eat Sleep Sixers went 4-1. So records is still the same, just a little bit more wins.
Okay.
But Paulie went 5-0.
Oh.
Paulie came and put it on us. Paulie came and put it on us. He went 5-0 in the over-under tonight.
I know he probably going to bed right now for school, but shout out to Paulie, man. I ain't seen the kid in a while. You know what I mean?
See Paulie, man.
Hey, as we always do, I want to talk about some stats because the stat sheet is marvelous tonight. It's mainly top loaded. It's top loaded.
So that's why I wouldn't call it marvelous.
I like to see my big 3 doing what the big 3 does.
We'll say that. Say your big 3 stat lines are marvelous because the stat line ain't marvelous.
I see some key guys that I've been wanting to, put their due in. And Shake Milton, it's good to see Shake get some confidence and knock down a few shots tonight, especially 3-point shots. He's always been a solid 3-point shooter, but since mid-season last year, he hasn't really been the same shooter or scorer. It's good to see him knock down a couple shots. Yeah, they got demolished at though. Yeah. But Shake Milton had a good game off the bench. The rest of them was a little shaky.
This is the best thing I've noticed about this team since the All-Star break. Damn, where your comment go? This don't bother us at all, yo.
Right.
And I get it. The game is a game of runs. I mean, you're gonna have those 8-0 runs and 10-0 runs by each team. Right. We never seem to get that. Like, I'm the only person whose body language looks bad when we're down like that is Embiid's. And I know they say, well, everybody's gonna follow the superstar, but they don't. Like, everybody just gets out their own head and does what they do.
Yeah.
What you beg to differ on? I think you begging to differ on me saying the stat sheet doesn't look amazing. I disagree with the stat sheet looking amazing because outside of our big 3, we didn't get much. Tobias played very subpar. PJ Tucker played amazing on the offensive rebounds.
He did.
He was on the glass crazy tonight.
Scrambling tonight.
But then we only had 2 players on the bench score. So what? I'm just simply saying I don't like the way the box score looks with what I just said. Only 3 people really contributed super offensively. Only 2 players scored off the bench. That's just wild. And we had 18 turnovers. So I won't say it looked amazing, but it got the job done. He got the job done.
When I mentioned the turnovers, I said Jose's going to be pissed if we lose this game tonight. The turnovers, he was going to be ranting for 2 hours tonight about turnovers.
Ooh, yes, I was. Yes, I was. I ain't gonna lie. Even though we won, I still want to rant because I don't like that.
It was a lot of bad turnovers, but you do realize that every offensive foul, weird travels is turnovers too. And damn, the refs was bad on both sides tonight.
Horrible.
Well, at
They
least
were
they
bad
wasn't
on
bad.
both sides.
At least they wasn't bad when the B caught that potential 6 foul.
You seen the B face when they said it was overturned? He came and said,
Oh, that was an NBA call. They got that from up New York. They said, "Oh no, he stay in. This nationally televised. You gonna keep him in it." You know what I mean? But to piggyback off your bench not scoring, to be totally honest, the bench didn't get a heck of an opportunity tonight to do anything. I mean, Melton had 15 minutes. House had 5 minutes. Paul Reed had 4 minutes.
You know where it was at though, Carl?
Where?
The first quarter, we dominated with our starters. The second we put our bench in, we came back. I'm like, damn. I'm not gonna lie. The first quarter, I said, yo, we about to bomb this team, yo. Like, I feel like they can't do nothing with us. The second unit came in the second quarter, I'm like, well, damn, here we go. That shit over with. And that's why I think I'm not justifying why they didn't get a lot of opportunities, but I think that second quarter made Doc realize, yo, I gotta have at least one starter, maybe 2 starters in at all times.
And at all times.
He made that adjustment because that second quarter was looking bad early on.
Hey, Ellis is saying was Toby so subpar? He was a plus 17 for the game. It's more than a game that's scoring. You know that, BG. And listen,
go ahead, Carl.
We all know that.
But go ahead.
Yeah, we all know that. I'm gonna let you address that. And even though he didn't put out an offensive performance tonight at all, I saw the presence on defense, as I always see with Tobias. That's consistent with Tobias. He's going to play some damn defense. So, BG, since they came at your net, you addressed the comment, brother.
I watched the game. I think that he played horrible. I think he played very exceptional defense, trying to guard Donovan Mitchell, though. I commend him for that. I love when he guards the team's best guard, just like when he guarded Ja Morant. I hear what you're saying, but I watched the game. I watched how bad he looked in the first half. I'm not going to look at the plus. Oh, my God, he had a plus 16. Daniel House had 0 points, had a +1. So does that mean Daniel House had a good game? Stop living in that plus minus world. Like I watched the game. I don't just look at the plus minuses. I watched the game. So I'm sorry, miss me with that. I think Tobias played very subpar tonight, but I do commend him for guarding Donovan Mitchell for the majority of the game.
Yeah,
I do commend him for that.
Most definitely. So solid game tonight. Overall.
This is the biggest part to me, Mike. This is the biggest part to me, man. We don't give him his flowers. We crucify him when he's terrible. We don't give him enough flowers. Doc has been making the correct subs lately, man. He has been coaching his team very well, man.
So to open up that, since she stepped on the scene and she pulled out her bouquet, is that who your flower goes to tonight, Doc Rivers?
No.
Who does it go to?
PJ Tucker. It don't look sexy. Don't look sexy.
No.
But again, I watched the game. I watched how many offensive rebounds
impact on the
game. Out.
Yes.
Even the ones he didn't grab. I watched how he impacted the game tonight. PJ, thank you so much. I know this isn't the Batman PJ we waiting for the play, but I'm living with that game tonight that we got from PJ. I couldn't ask for more from him. I would have liked him to make one of those corner threes when he was wide open.
Just one.
He made one. No, he made one, but it was one, and I'm like, dog, you so wide open. How you missed you in the NBA? Like, I don't understand how you miss so much in the NBA. But overall, I know this isn't our typical Jose. I know you're not looking at the stat sheet right now. He played 34 minutes, but all 34, he was a factor, Jose.
You felt him out there. You felt him out there.
Factor, yo. He was a factor tonight.
Yeah. So, Joselitos, who's your flower go to tonight, my brother?
Listen, man, I'm gonna give my flowers to the real MVP. I'm sorry.
That's facts. That's facts.
I barely ever give them to Embiid, but I gotta give them to the real MVP. That's it.
I would love to give my flowers to Mr. Harden, but I've given to him a couple games in a row. So, you know, Tyrese Maxey, man. Tyrese Maxey has, took being put on the bench, being brought back in, being put on the bench, being brought back in. And as a kid his age, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to have that mindset to do so. I applaud the kid for returning to form with his confidence, because the best thing that a shooter needs, and that's what he is. He's a shooter. He can do more, but he's a shooter. Is have confidence.
He's a scorer.
He's a scorer.
He's a scorer.
But he's the best shooter on our team. Let me make that known. He's our 3-point shooter. He's our best 3-point shooter.
Let me address.
But he does much more.
Hey Ellis, just so you know, like I didn't mean to come off kind of hostile. If you haven't watched EC6s before, I'm the controversial one. So when I see a comment,
always
I go hard at it. But I love that you in the comments comment. I promise your comment doesn't go unlooked. And don't think I was talking down on you. I'm just passionate about the Sixers, like I'm sure you are. I just wanted to put that out there that I wasn't snapping. I wasn't coming at you. That's just me. If you watch these Sixers, I'm the one. I'm gonna argue with these two ugly dudes right here. I'm arguing with them. I'm arguing with the people in the comments. That's just me. I'm sorry.
I'm glad he admitted he's the controversial one. I didn't have to say it for one. He's definitely the controversial brother. Jose is the argumentative brother, and I'm the calm brother. I'm the calm guy.
Calm. Calm.
But
don't make me pull up tape.
Nah, don't pull up. We got a lot of tape. Guys, we are going towards the playoffs. We're the hottest team in the NBA. Facts. We're the hottest team in the East. Facts. We have.
We almost. Just a quick update. We almost were even with Boston in the standings, but it looks like they're gonna pull out their game. They got 103-99 with 106 left. So we're a half game back. We were a half game back because of the win. Now we're a full game back again. But we almost tied with them in the standings. And we wouldn't have been in second because they obviously got the tiebreaker because Jesus knows we haven't beat them yet. But I was watching that while this part of the show was going on. Like, please let them lose, because if they lose, we'll be tied in the standings for second place.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Jose said earlier in this season. I'm not really listen. If we make it to first in the East, applause. Hell of a regular season. You know what I mean? It's a good accomplishment. But what matters to me,
are we playing well going into the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
And we are. We're playing our best ball all year long. Our best defense all year long. And we're sharing the ball. We're passing the ball around. Ball movement. That's what we've been asking for.
Your boy Deadpool on here, hoes.
Yeah, I see him. What's up, Rich? Listen, what I gotta say about that is, and I said this multiple times on East Sleep Sixers. As of December 1st, this team has been on a tear. Like, all cylinders. Yeah, we lost a few games that we could probably cry about, but the first month and whatever weeks that we had in October was, it's in the past. Don't keep looking back at it and dwelling on it. But if you look at that record, from when all the players got healthy, how good they've been playing together. A lot of things have changed. As you can see, I'm not PJ Tucker bashing on 624/7. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. A lot of things have changed, and it shows a lot about this team. And hopefully, they keep it going and build that momentum and go crazy in the playoffs, because that's what we want. That's what we expect them to do.
Yep. Like Carl said, it really doesn't matter where our seeding is. The good thing is that we're playing really good basketball in March. We hope we can transfer that into April, into May, and hopefully June.
You know the scary thing about this number 21 guy? The scary thing about him, he keeps getting better every year. He gets better and better every year. I just don't know his ceiling is heavenly like. You can't see where he's going to top out at. He's making fadeaway threes He's calling bank shot off for threes with hands in his face. Stacey
I
Marshall.
don't know if he called bank on that.
I think he called that, brother. He shot that with confidence. He shot that and he flicked the wrist and left it there. He felt that.
Hey, shout out Stacey Marshall, man, all the way from Minnesota, man.
That's what's up.
We gotta laugh at the bank shot because they rarely happen. And B's threes, they don't even hit ring. You know what I'm saying? So, when something like that happens, you gotta laugh at that. You know, regardless, the ball went in, point blank period.
Oh, that's what's up, Lex. We didn't know you was watching from Seattle.
I didn't know Lex was. Look, we shout Lex out every show, but I didn't know she was watching all the way from Seattle. Is it raining up there?
That's what's up.
They deserve an NBA team.
Yeah. One thing that I got. Yeah. One thing. Go ahead.
There's no way that Cleveland only had 10 assists.
I mean, it was a lot of. They had 20 assists.
I thought he was saying that they only had. I thought Craig was saying they only had 10 assists as a team. I was like, damn, I had to look at the stat sheet like, there's no way.
I mean, they moved the ball pretty well. As far as finding a 3-point shot, this team really played us tough tonight. And honestly, I don't think Allen not being out there, made such a difference to them. I think this is who they are as a team. They're pretty tough, have different shooters on the team, spread the floor pretty well. And I think they gave us their best shot tonight. So, of course, their center adds more size and a little bit more defense. But Joel Embiid would have did Allen the same way he would have did. He did the other guy tonight. He's done it in the past.
Only thing that I think changes with Allen out there is he does make it harder on Embiid. Embiid still gets off, but he'll make it harder on Embiid. And they would have rebounded better. Because they told Allen and Mobley out there. That's two 7-footers. They definitely would have rebounded better. Look, I ain't taking. We ain't asking for no handouts, but look, he ain't play. We take our W and keep it moving. We keep it moving.
Facts. I'm at the point, I'm not looking towards individual awards like that. I'm really not. But I'm at the point, if they don't get his boy the MVP this year, clear cut MVP. Clear cut.
It's not clear cut.
Who else is? Joker?
Carl's not clear cut. I think
who else is?
I think Embiid should be the front runner. He should get the most first place votes. But I don't think clear cut means unanimous MVP. He won't get anything like that because of the year that Joker.
Sixers.
Listen, the year that Giannis and Joker are having, it can't be denied. How much I want my guy to get one. But I'm not going to say clear cut because of what Giannis and Joker are doing. They're not. It's not just basic basketball.
I hear you.
Is Embiid better than Joker? Is Embiid better than Joker? In my opinion, yes. But you can't deny that Joker won 2 MVPs, and this is arguably his best season.
I hear you on the Giannis thing, but I can't give somebody, and it's just me. I don't have a vote. I can't get somebody the MVP when they suck on defense. I just can't.
But they did that 2 years in a row. You've seen it happen. They just did it twice. You just saw it. So they
snatched it from that man. They snatched it from that man. There hasn't been. I don't think there's been a player in the history that's led the league in scoring and didn't win the MVP.
Listen, at the end of the day, the Denver Nuggets, we got a better record than them, and they first place in the West says a lot about that conference.
Right.
So the fact that Embiid has to go against, in my opinion, Giannis, Tatum, and the guys over here on this side, and that's just say a lot about him.
Yeah.
It does say a lot, and I agree. Like I feel weird arguing the other side. I'm only arguing the fact that
you sound weird. PJ.
It's not clear cut in my opinion. And to me is number one. And if I'm voting right now, and B gets my first place vote, Giannis gets my second place vote, Joker gets my third place vote. I think that's what it should be across the board, but I know for a fact it won't be that way. There are people that look at Joker and say to themselves, he's averaging a triple-double as a center. His efficiency numbers is higher than they've ever been. This is his best season, and I voted for him last year. How can I not vote for him this year? I know that that's what some of these guys are thinking. Giannis, at the end of the day, is always going to be in the MVP race when he's the number one team. And we just said it's the hardest conference, right? Well, guess what? They're in first place. His team might be better, but Giannis is still putting up those numbers. I still am voting for Embiid if I'm a voter, but I do understand the voters that are going to vote for Giannis and the voters that are going to vote for Joker. We'll see what happens at the end of the day.
Let me clear something up because I see Ant and a few people. I misspoke on that. I haven't seen a guy in the running, in the top 3 running for MVP that leads the league in scoring, not getting the nod for MVP.
Oh, no,
that
happens.
I can't remember.
The scoring champ doesn't always win the MVP. There's scoring champs that haven't won the MVP. There's been years that Durant led the league in scoring and didn't win the MVP. There's been years that the scoring champ doesn't win it, which is understandable. I just don't like that the scoring champ of last year was on second team All NBA. That shit don't make no sense.
I don't like that the guy that was leading the league in assists this year didn't make the All-Star game. Averaging 20 points per game along with that. A lot of weird stuff happens when you're a Philadelphia 76er. Apparently. Sorry if I got a chip on my shoulder. It's there.
Yeah, that's another guy. Harden. Think about how many Harden's won scoring titles and didn't win the MVP. So it's not always the scoring champ. It's not the scoring champ thing. It's just the fact that the scoring champ didn't make first team All NBA last year. How is the best scorer in your league not first team All NBA? That makes zero sense.
Right. Well, I got to think about Harden and the NBA. I feel they put Harden in the AI bubble as well. You know, the NBA had something against AI for a certain amount of years. And I think they had a thing against Harden. The same way Harden played that he was getting judged for with the Rockets, they had a bad stigma about him being a ball hog or whatever the case may be. It's the same way Luka plays now. And Luka gets praised for it. The usage, the shot attempts, everything. So, you know what I mean?
I think Harden gets his respect. I think he should have made the All-Star team this year, yes. But I don't think the NBA looks at him like that because, one, he does have MVP. Let's not forget that. He has multiple All-Star appearances. I wouldn't put him on that same level as AI. I get what you're saying, though. I feel what you're saying. I just wouldn't put him on that same level as AI because he still does get. They still know. I mean, he made NBA all 75-year team. He made that.
He made that. So did AI. So did AI.
But that was
keep him out of 75.
He was already a Hall of Famer, though. That's the thing. AI was a Hall of Famer. You couldn't deny that. They could have denied Harden, but they didn't. They realized he's one of the best of this generation. So I don't think they really hate him the way they hated.
Let me put it to you like this: if Kobe Bryant averaged the same average that Harden did this year, 20 points, 10 assists, would he have been an All-Star? Kobe Bryant.
Of course.
Okay, why not James Harden?
I can't answer that question for you. I don't know why he didn't I don't know why they didn't put him on. But
Drew Holiday.
Lesser stats. But I wouldn't say that they have something against Harden. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that.
In comparison, if I could compare a player the way he was treated later in his career, they didn't ride AI out on a white horse per se. He didn't ride off into the sunset with his career. He kind of got trashed out the league. You know what I mean? Kind of trashed him out the league.
But I don't think they're trashing Harden out the league right now. You feel like they're trashing him out the league?
I don't think they praise him enough. I don't think he get his due.
Let them praise us in June when we hoisting that Larry O'Brien trophy. Let them praise him then. That's what I want to praise. When we raise that Larry O'Brien trophy. That's when I want them to praise.
Yeah, we can agree on that. We can agree on that.
So who we got next?
Okay, let's look that up real quick. I think it gets a tad bit easier next game.
Yeah, I think we got a cake.
We play the Hornets, and then we play the Pacers.
Easy game on Friday. Should be an easy game.
Should be an easy game. Is it a game we possibly could sit Harden or Embiid? Are y'all worried about the usage of these guys going into the playoffs?
No, with Harden, simply because that's one of the points I wanted to bring up when you were saying they trash him. All they ever said about Harden is you give us you give us everything we want in a regular season. We can't deny you a regular season. And then you run out of gas in the playoffs. I don't think his usage is high enough this year that he will run out. We don't demand from him what Houston used to demand from him. So therefore, I don't think he's as tired. I think this is the healthiest he's been since early Houston years. Houston years. I think we're ready. Harden is ready to make a playoff run. He knows that's the biggest knock on him. He knows that's the biggest knock on him. I do this in the regular season, then in the playoffs, I wind up coming up short because I'm just out of gas. But he's also never had a Batman. He's always had to be Batman, and then his Robin was more like a Jeffrey. He never really had a Robin. Now he can be Robin and has the best player in the NBA on his team. So I'm not worried at all. It's time to go. There's nobody in the NBA that's 100% healthy. There's nobody in the NBA that's not slightly fatigued. Everybody's on the same playing field. Y'all get paid millions of dollars. Be tired in the summertime.
Right. So,
well, I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't feel like they should rest any of them. And I mean, Harden just had a rest game a couple games ago. So, you know what I mean?
That's what I had to remind Carl about Tobias. I said, he just rested the other day.
Maybe he need to sit again. Maybe he need to sit a couple games in a row. I don't know. But y'all, man, hey, at the end of the day, we're playing great basketball. I don't have pretty much nothing negative to say about this team. They're rolling on all cylinders right now. A few things could be better. Bench could score more. Less turnovers, maybe. But we're playing a good brand of basketball, man.
Yeah, I know we got the Hornets, Indiana, and then I believe Chicago after that.
Yes,
right?
sir. Back to back with Chicago right after that.
Back to back with Chicago. So I feel like, you know, the toughest game I feel out of the 5 that I was mentioning the last time I was on, we just went through it. So, you know, I feel like we need to take as many of these wins as we can to give us momentum, because after the second game with Chicago, it's gonna be a little bumpy.
Hey, before we get off, I want to address quite a few comments up here. Deadpool, I like how you take your time and make great observations. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. We try. We definitely are students of the game as well. Prophet is saying should play Springer more. On a contending team, a second-year player that doesn't have a lot of experience, I don't think this kid is going to get a run, which is probably not cool because he was a first-round pick on his second year, but it is what it is. Lex Bird, just shouting out people in the chat. S. Ant Jamar, your presence is felt and appreciated. YouTube, Twitch, Patrick, Craig. Hey, Rick, prayers up to Rick, man. Much love to Rick. Prayers up to you, brother.
Listen,
man.
I gotta give a big shout out to my boy Rich, because while I was sitting in my car talking with you guys, I just kept seeing Twitter notifications, and he was shouting us out on Twitter. So I appreciate you for that, my boy. That's my brother from another, family for life.
Facts. With that being said, Jose, hit the home run for us, baby.
You already know what time it is. We got those icons sitting there up top. We got Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend that Joel Embiid is the real MVP. If you didn't understand what I said in English, I'm finna tell you in Spanish. No te olvides decirle a un amigo que le diga a un amigo que le diga a un amigo. Wepa.
Let's go,
Peace
Sixers.
out.
We will see y'all on Friday. Don't forget about the giveaway. Real quick. 3 pictures. Rocky statue. Love Park. Wells Fargo Center. 3 pictures with a sign that says East Sleep Sixers. You can win tickets to game 2 of the first round of the playoffs.
Time is ticking. Y'all better get them pictures right. Everybody have a great night. Awesome tomorrow. East Sleep Sixers signing off. Let's go Sixers.